It was the 1990s, a big show in a small town off I-75 in Georgia. They were called the biggest cocks in the henhouse. But things have changed since then. It's been 30 years, and they finally found a home here, like everyone else, doing a podcast. It's Erica and Mark, the phone call podcast thing.
Hey there.
Hey. Sorry, my blood sugar's a little low. I shouldn't do this.
What are you getting into?
A little bit of a peanut butter cup, which is perfect for when you're right on the radio or the podcast or the phone call. What is this, the mandatory phone call of friendship?
Yes. See, I was going to have
everyone.
that, but I chose not to. We have the Atkins version of that.
What the hell is that?
The Atkins the Atkins diet, South Beach.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're good, and they taste a lot like it. Kind of like when you do a Coke. If you're okay with like Coke Zero and all that, it's better than regular diet, but it's still diet. But the problem is they're
What
about
are they
this
made
big.
of?
It's chocolate.
Oh, they're like as big, big as your thumbnail.
They're they consider 2 as a complete serving.
So this is
I'd have to eat a box.
This is part of your progression as we age. At some point, we become the children, and our children become the parents. So now you're already eating children's candy, and this close to Halloween.
Yes.
So soon, you're going to be getting dressed up and going trick or treating, and hoping to get even bigger pieces of candy than you have at home. That's what's coming for you, man.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny how you're. It's just. It doesn't seem fair, honestly. It just doesn't seem fair.
Well, there's no such thing as fair. The fair is in Tampa. That's what I tell everybody.
I just get to the point now where I kind of understand that this is the way it is. It's because of my really poor dieting habits and stuff as a young person. I must now pay for it as an older person.
That's stop it. You're scaring me and I don't need to be scared. So I'm going to change the subject at this time and tell you that thanks to me, I have helped double our listenership.
Oh, we got somebody besides
Chris.
Yeah, was Chris's friend?
Nope, it's my sister Melissa is listening to us.
Really?
Now. She called me the other day and she said, "I think because my sister is a therapist."
Right.
And I think she was a little upset with me because she said, "So I think you need to talk to Mark and let him know that you're not really doing what was that drug
kratom?
that I didn't understand." Kratom. She said, "You need to let him understand that you're not going to do kratom." And I said, "Who said I wasn't going to try kratom? You don't know my life. I just got through having my leg severed and my knee replaced. Maybe I want to try a little kratom."
Has she not? I guess she doesn't know that we've been doing this for years.
She does know, but again, she knows me and knows that
you may do it.
If you tell me not to do something, that's the wrong thing to do. Because there's not a good chance. There's every chance. That
So
don't tell me what drugs I can't do, Mark. I didn't want to do it, but it's just drugs. I can go, dude. I quit OxyContin after popping them every 4 hours for over a week.
You're not a drug addict.
I was like, all right, I'm going to take like one today, and if I need one tomorrow, I'll take one tomorrow, but I probably won't take it. And that's how I quit drugs.
Yeah, you're not. Because most people, as much as you probably had to take it for that, because that's a serious issue.
Oh my God.
I got a guy.
I was eating those things like they were M&Ms, dude. I mean, my skin was itchy and I was all jumpy. And when I was I will be honest, when I was coming off of those things, I was like, whew. Maybe I could just take a half of one.
I met a guy one time, I think it was back in Florida, that literally would come to meetings after he would have these, like, he was, I don't know if he's accident prone or whatever, but for whatever reason he had surgeries. And then he would come to meetings just to help him get off of those things, because she had an addictive personality, but he needed the pain pills. And it's like, good Lord. I said, it was, that's what told me. He's like, drug addicts, a lot of drug addicts, some are just balls to the wall at 100 miles an hour, and that's all they know.
Yes.
And then there's ones like me that there is actually a line. There's a line that you will not cross in the drug world. Like I would never smoke cocaine or crack or anything.
You would never. You would never try. What about heroin? Have you
No,
thought about shooting some heroin between your toes?
No.
Come on.
Heroin that is a hard no.
Don't lie to me.
Heroin's
Come
a hard
on,
no.
why
And you
not?
know what else is a hard no? Believe it, any hallucinogenics. Even
Really?
mushrooms.
Not even.
Nope.
Mushrooms are not
Matter
that
of fact,
bad. Mushrooms are
I won't even eat a mushroom if it's the kind that's in the jar or whatever that you put in food.
What about just a couple mushrooms on a piece of pizza?
No.
They're not hallucinogenic. They're freaking.
You don't think my wife tells me this every time in the same voice you're using?
They're from goddamn Del Monte, Mark. Eat a mushroom.
But it's just like there's just a hard no. There's a hard no there. There's a hard no.
What do you think's going to happen? Oh, hey man, I had a piece of pizza. Now the ceiling is.
Well,
dripping.
I just remember when Dewey used to call in, and he was on mushrooms all the time, and he had stories like that were insane. No, thank you.
And that didn't seem fun to you at all.
I don't like bad dreams as it is. I don't like scary dreams. I don't like weird dreams. Matter of fact, I learned a while back from. It was actually on the Art Bell show, a guy that would talk about dreams and how you could get in, but also how you could get out of a dream if you wanted to get out of it. And
lucid dreaming, yeah, you're talking about lucid dreaming.
And so what I decided was I wasn't interested in how to get into one. I was interested in the side of how do you get out of one when it's just too dang weird. And I will pull myself. Now, the bad part about pulling yourself out of a dream is
that your phone dinging, by the way?
No, honest to God, it's not.
Who the hell's phone is dinging? Is that my phone? Sorry, might be my phone.
No, I actually put mine on mute. I'm behaving myself.
Yeah, I thought I did too. I didn't think it's sorry. Please
but,
continue.
I just do not like any kind of dream like that. If it's too weird, I pull out. But I know where it was. If you pull out of a dream, when you pull out of a dream, you are, especially a real vivid one, you're in that deep REM, so you're pulling yourself out of a REM sleep. It hurts. A headache,
really?
Like you feel like your head's going to explode for about 2 minutes.
I never had that.
Or a minute.
Never had that.
You pull yourself out of dreams before?
Yeah,
no
I've been having a hard time sleeping. No, but I've been having a hard time sleeping since I got my knee operated on. And I have resorted to eating a couple of melatonin gummies before I go to bed. And that ensures that your dreams are going to be from a Twilight Zone episode directed by J.J. Abrams. And
really?
They're weird and intense, and they're not bad, but that reminded me because, I had a friend of mine saying, hey, just call your doctor and they will call you in a prescription to get you something to sleep. You have to sleep. And I said, I can't sleep. If every time I move, it hurts and it wakes me up. And, just even laying there, even if I was on taking the pain pills, it hurt. And he said, yeah, just have them get you a prescription for pain or for a sleep aid. And I said, I can't do that because the last time I took Ambien, I woke up in the morning and my oven was on 500 degrees and there was a half-made pizza in my kitchen. I had no memory of that. And Ambien, I've only done Ambien a handful of times and doesn't agree with me.
I've heard that name. Now that's like that's not an over-the-counter. That's a prescription sleep medicine, right?
Yes. Yeah. So
I've heard of it.
Even with a I don't like Tylenol PM because I do have Tylenol PM and I'll take them in an extreme emergency, but I hate them because if I take a Tylenol PM at like 9:00 at night, I am hungover until 3:00 in the afternoon the next day from one Tylenol PM, not two, from one. This is how I know I would be a terrible drug addict. So that's why you don't have to worry about me being a drug addict because I suck at drugs. I'm terrible at it.
Really bad at drugs.
My body doesn't know what to do. Doesn't seem to like it. I don't seem to like it. So, but you have me intrigued though with this. What is it? Ketamine?
I'm not telling you anymore.
Kava. It was Kava. Was it Four Loko? Is that what it was? Four Loko? Five
Loko. It's the Five Loko one. That's a Five Loko brand.
Let me tell you something. If they made a Five Loko, I would try it. I really would.
Oh gosh. So I finally got. I've been off my sleeping pattern because I've been sleeping sitting straight, like sitting up because of my eye.
Like a vampire.
Yeah, and that's not. Oh boy, no. I finally got. I went to the eye guy today, and the operation was a success. But I just had to watch it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That's not the name of the doctor's office like the practice called. The eye guy.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Come to the eye guy. Buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
That's where you want to go.
Buy one, get an eye free. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who you want to trust with your eyes. The doctor's having a sale.
What I like is you spin a wheel to find out when you get to go in. Who's first?
Spin the wheel. All right. If it lands on blue, we do the left eye. If it lands on brown, we do the right
It's
eye.
a carnival atmosphere, but I like it. It's fun. I've always liked the good carnival.
You joke.
And a circus.
Our society's getting so stupid that might actually be right down the road. Probably shouldn't joke about that.
No, it's the what is it? The Retinal Institute.
The Rectum Institute? What is it?
Retinal.
Retinal.
Yes.
Oh, that's a very different side.
Yes.
I understand now. Okay.
But so I got approved now. I can go back to the gym, and I can go back to. Just got to watch myself. I got another 4 more weeks, but I can go back to my routines. So I've been off my routines, and I have been sitting up while I'm sleeping. So I'm not. I've been really off. Really, really off.
So you're pretty much a cat. Is what you're like looking outside all the time. You got your routine.
Yes.
You got to be fed at the same time every day.
Yeah, man. I need a routine, and it's really I'm really like working overtime in recovery because it's like where other people are saying, well, I've had trouble with our relationships breaking up, or I'm sad because my wife or husband died, or I'm really just working, trying to get over this drug addiction. And I'm like, I'm off routine and I'm bat crap crazy.
It's batshit crazy for both of our listeners who are only here because of me. And I apologize to both of you.
Well, my son listens, but all right. But he's only been through one show.
Just one. David, we're going to need more out of you.
Yeah, I need to really, even if they just turn it on and walk away, it just shows rotation. Right. It shows down, or just download them.
Oh, I never thought of that. I haven't even been doing that.
Yeah, we just do is download them. You don't even have to read them because that builds up our. Because we've had 2 months in a row where we got paid.
I do subscribe to us.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't do anything.
I've done a lot of stuff because
listening.
when I'm on like long trips, we listen. And we can usually knock out on a trip to Florida. We can usually knock out 2 or 3, sometimes 4 of them before my wife says I can't take it anymore. I had to hear you home. I don't have to hear you now.
Oh, so it's not
no,
me.
It's not you. It's me.
It's you.
Yeah.
I mean, I secretly knew that. I just needed you to say.
Well, it's a reoccurring theme apparently because my son said the same thing. You should let Erica talk.
We found the common thread here, huh? Should let Erica talk more.
When your own family.
I'm gonna go to the Apple podcast here on my phone right now, or Spotify, and let's see. I'm just gonna listen to one while we're doing the show. Oh, it's got explicit on there. Is that because of me?
Only because of you. Because I say bat crap crazy, and you say, hey, for everybody else, it's.
What is it, Mark?
Bat crap crazy.
Well, I don't understand what you mean.
No, I had a very wise man. You may know him. His first name is Brad. Okay, yep. That had a conversation with me about cursing, and it was a person gave him this conversation, so he was sharing it with me. As
all right, come on, give it to me. Let's go.
Do you really want to hear it? Because it's kind of.
Well, hold on. Can you hear this?
They were called the biggest cocks in the hen house.
All right, that's me listening to last week's podcast while we do this podcast. I'm just going to turn it down. And so if anybody at the playground is listening, this is for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, not really cheating. Well, it's really fine.
He just told me that he was at the governor's mansion. And they were invited there to the government's mansion.
Which governor?
I don't
Which
know
governor?
what year it was. So it would have either been. Let me see what I'm trying to remember who was there. I know the Bush kid was there. Then who was there next?
And it was. Well, there was Lawton Childs. There was the Bush kid
Childs
was there a couple times.
Childs was before that's right.
Childs was before
Yeah.
that. And then after that was Governor Skeletor, Rick Scott.
Was he a governor?
Who was for freaking 2 terms?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was moved by then. I didn't know he made a governor.
Yeah, that
he's
freaking
Skeletor.
alien
Yeah,
was the governor.
He is definitely
Yeah.
a Skeletor.
Absolutely.
And then, so
He
he's
is not
one
from
of
this
them. I don't
planet.
know which one. I would assume.
Rick Scott, because Rick Scott was also from Southwest
Oh, okay.
Florida.
Then that might be it. So.
Yeah, Rick Scott's company got fined billions of dollars by the government. I think it was at the time it might have been the largest settlement that any healthcare organization had ever made with the government. It was billions of dollars. So it was one of those deals. Hey, we're going to fine you like $3 billion, and he's like, oh well, I made $20 billion off of that. Yeah, we know, but give us $3 billion of that. We'll call it square. Done. That is a cost of doing business. That is how it's done.
That's how business is done.
And as much as it screws the rest of us, I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
I know.
So he's at this dinner and he's sitting next to this older gentleman. He said he's probably like grandpa age, like in the 70s, 80s, old. Like great grandpa age, more like it. And he goes, so what you doing here? And he's with my, with family and blah, blah, talking. And he's like, not really. What do you do? And they talk about what they do and what he did and all that, and what he's. He goes, is it because because you're in the family? Is that why? And he's like, what do you mean? He goes, well, because you didn't go to school or anything, right? You went to school. Oh yeah, I went to school. He told him what college he went to and degree he got and things like that. And he's like, well, I would have never known by the way you talk. And he's like, he was like, what? He's like, I didn't say.
What are you
I just
talking
kind of
about?
like, what? And he goes, the way you use the profane language just makes you sound stupid. So I just thought you were just one of those stupid kids.
And then I just say, well, Grandpa, we got this thing called the internet. You could Google that. Google's a thing that you use to look up, interesting facts. And you could say, hey, Google box, can you tell me some of the qualities of somebody who swears too much? And one of the top things that you'll see in there is often it's associated with a high level of intelligence and, believe it or not, trustworthiness. That's true.
I remember the trustworthiness part, but if you remember, I don't even know how. Well, I didn't. But most of the time, 98.9% of the time, I didn't use any bad language when we were on the radio. But
except for the time you said Granny would have beat the shit out of you live on the air that time.
Yeah. And I
got us fired.
I used the T word in West Palm Beach.
Tom-toms?
Real close. Tatas.
Tatas. Tits.
Yeah.
Did you really? You can't say that?
And that was on a top 40 station. That women probably like to hear that.
Yeah, you were not. Please tell me you weren't with MJ when.
No,
you did
I was
that.
with BC.
Oh, okay, BC probably thought it was.
Yeah,
funny.
he was laughing, buddy. He was laughing, but he knew I was in trouble. I got suspended for 3 days without pay.
Now, do you address that on the air when you're gone or when you get back?
No, they just kind of let it roll, and then they have it.
See, that is a missed opportunity on BC's part. He could have tortured you for at least a week.
Well, knowing BC, I can't remember it exactly, but he was the kind of person we would like let you. He would try to set you up for the same thing again when you came back. Just to see if you have any new words you learned while you were gone.
I am here to tell you that I would have tortured you. I would have made you come up with alternative words to all the swear words and use them.
Well, I
all.
try to remember those,
and
like the words that we used back in the 70s for bad words. Like I can't even remember what they were now, but there was words that you like shoot instead of the other one, and Jiminy Christmas, and all the kind, anything that you could to just avoid those words. But it was like I would be okay, but when I was off air, man, even in front of my kids, I dropped the F-bomb, and in a conversation, at least in every sentence, if not maybe every sentence and a half, I dropped the F-bomb.
See,
loved the
I really
F-bomb.
tried to watch that.
I loved it.
I really tried to watch that with Dana. It was my ex that was the problem. Believe it or not, I really tried to. Dana and I had to have a talk about that when she was 10 or 11, and I said, "Hey, you can't talk like that in front of me. I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not one of your friends, and I shouldn't talk like that either. And I'm going to try and do better. But you don't talk like that in front of me ever. You got it?" And she was like, "Yeah, geez." So it kind of became a game with her. So at the same time, I'd given her all the music out of my iTunes, like 10,000 songs. Because it's music. She loves music, and she liked my music as well as her music that she was discovering. But I said, just listen to all of it and go through it. If you like stuff, and you don't have to like it because you like what you like. Right. So some time goes by, and I kind of forgot I told her that. And she said, so I was going through your iTunes, and I've really been listening to this one band a lot. I really love them, but I'm just afraid to tell you who it is. And I'm like, oh God, who is it? Which band is it? And I'm like, oh God, was she? And she, because she listening to Black Sabbath, because she went through a whole Black Sabbath phase. She still loves Black Sabbath. She thought that first Black Sabbath album is. She's 10 years old and loved Black. She just like me, dude.
They were a great band.
Loves Black Sabbath. They were fantastic, and it still resonates. Apparently, the devil is still popular with kids because she freaking loved. But no, she said she's like, so how much do you listen to this band NWA? And I was like, oh, how did I know? I knew that's what it was going to be. Man. And I said, which song do you like the most? And she's like, well, the most popular one is Frick the Police. And I'm like, yeah, it is. But what other ones do you like? And she's like, I like all of them. And I said, really? And she's like, I have all of them memorized. I know all of them, but I don't say the words. And I said, what do you mean you don't say the words? I said, part of the fun of listening to that music, I think, is saying the words. Yeah. But so what do you do? And she's like, oh, I just came up with alternate words for the bad words. That's funny. So I pop it on the car stereo. I'm like, all right, show me. So we're listening to like A Bitch is a Bitch, and she is just saying all these alternate words to all the like, it's not it's like frick the police coming straight from the underground, a young noodle got it bad because I'm brown. She called him Noodle. She called him Noodles. Thought that was hilarious. It was so cute.
Hey, we gotta get her in there and cut some.
Dude, was
she still doing? Can she still do it?
She could still do it. She could still do it. We were in the car.
You got to get her to come in here and cut one. We gotta. Oh no, we can't play it, though, can we?
No, we can't. But we could have her come in and recite the lyrics. She knows that album better than I do.
Wow.
I know.
Well, she's got 15 years of practice, or no, not quite. 12 years of practice.
Yeah, but she's like a sponge. When you're at that age, it's easy to memorize things. And she said she'll always, every time we're listening to satellite radio and something from that NWA album comes on, or even a Eazy-E solo song, she knows that too. She knows all those. I'm like, why do you like? She's like, because it's funny. I had to explain to her. She's like, so tell me about NWA. Why were they doing this? And I said, nobody else was doing it. They invented that. They are the Beatles for black people, is what I told her. And she's like, what? Because she loves the Beatles.
Right.
She's like, what do you mean? And I said, they sang about stuff that was going on, not just happening to them in their hometown in Los Angeles, in their neighborhood, but was happening in a lot of other neighborhoods around the country to minorities, to black people. And the police were just kind of messing with them because they could. And, sometimes it was deserved, but most of the time, probably not. It was probably a hell of a way for them to grow up. Yeah. And these guys were just really good at writing these songs, and they were at the right place at the right time with the right people in place and the right talent to get this done. And they made one of the greatest albums of the 20th century. Whether you like rap music or not, if you study where that album came from, it's interesting. They made a whole movie about it eventually. This is before they made that. You did see the movie, right?
Yeah, I did.
Straight Outta Compton? What'd you think?
Yeah.
It's all very condensed.
Honestly, I was never really a California, West Coast rap fan anyway. I'm an East Coast.
So you're East Coast.
Yeah, the old, the 80s, the 80s rap from the East Coast.
So you're Biggie Smalls.
No,
and Run
before
DMC.
Biggie. Like
Before
my favorite
that.
rap band actually is Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest. Oh yeah, I forgot about them. So you know what that means?
What's that?
We're enemies on the West Coast.
That's right. I forgot about that.
You be careful. You be careful. You watch what you say around me.
Yeah, we're both
And
wearing
you watch
black
what you
today
say
too,
when you're in.
so I don't know if that's good
Yeah.
or not.
You watch what you say when you're in my town. And you let me know you're going to be there, and I'll tell you where you can and can't go.
Well, let's take a quick break, and I got to tell you about Moldville.
What?
Moldville, USA.
Oh, that's really going to make my sister and Chris stick around.
Yeah.
I'm sure your son's already out on that
Oh
one.
yeah, he lived it.
Oh, maybe he'll stick around then.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
All right, so gotta soon to get off here. I gotta get talk to my son. We had a three-way call yesterday.
Oh, I'm glad you said
Yes,
call.
I said yes. I made sure I threw that in there. With
you.
Him and his fiance, and because we needed to talk about remember I told you he found a home. Okay,
Yes.
and everything was looking good, and finance, everything's laying out right. So it's the home inspection time. The home inspector finds a lot of big ticket issues.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like as if as
Like soffits and roof.
yeah,
and-
as if the roof was fine because it's brand new, it's only a year old, but it was like as if it's like they let things go for years. It's a new home too. It's not.
A lot
it's
of
about
people do
it's
that.
about a 20-year-old home, so it's not that old. But it's like so. But the big problem was
It's got the original air conditioner.
yes, the mold. There was mold.
Oh, the mold.
Mold
That is a
all
problem.
over the place, like up in the walls and stuff, like different places.
That'll make you sick and
that's
kill
what
you.
and I.
Don't buy that house.
I
You
know.
can't
That's
fix
what
that.
I said. He goes, well, what's your thoughts on this? I said, well, I said, first of all, what he's asking for it with the big ticket items, he's overpriced because you're going to have
Yeah.
about $30,000 out of your pocket the minute you move in there. Because some of the
They
stuff,
got to tear the whole house
some
apart.
of the stuff on the outside that was wrong is HOA violations. That the minute you buy it, you own the violations. Right. So, and so I said, that's number one. I said, but the biggest thing to me is the mold, period. They would have to come in and get a person to come in and actually check and verify and look for all the mold areas and repair everything before you could even begin to sign a actual real estate contract with them, because it's in
Wow.
whatever you call it, contingent right now. And
All right. So what's he going to do?
well,
is he
I
gonna,
didn't.
is he
So
gonna
we,
go through
I
it or gonna walk?
left it at that because I had to go to do step study last night, and we kind of broke from there. And then I talked to him today. I texted him real quick today, and I said, "Hey, I found a brand new development that's being built by Pullet. I think it's pronounced Pullet or Pullet. The home builders. They've been around for like 30, 40 years."
Sounds French. I don't
and
trust
then,
him. But all right.
And actually, it was Centex. It was actually Centex's, which was like since the 1950s. But Centex, and
Yeah, Centex built. Yes, I built one of their houses.
they
yeah.
merged with this other company.
Yeah.
So I said,
All right. So wait, please tell me it's not in Lehigh.
yes.
I
But
knew it. How did I know?
It has to be because of the fiance, because she wants to be close to her family. But it's
Oh, boy.
gated
Yeah.
gated community, and it's got it has an HOA, and it's really just by itself with a lot of preserve around it. So
Lehigh's so weird though.
I know.
Man.
Well,
It's so weird
that's
out
where they
there.
are now, and they're used to going from there to where they go to anyway. So,
That's a lot of miles on your car too, living out there.
but she lives. She'll live a 30-minute trip from right now. She lives about 20 minutes, and it'll be a 30-minute trip from if they buy a house from there to her job, because she works right on Daniels, and he works from home.
That's a long fucking way from Lehigh, man.
Well, Daniels goes right into Lehigh. You remember that? It goes right up to 82.
I mean,
But
yeah.
But I said, there's that, and he goes, well, maybe because she's really disappointed. She really liked that house. It's a nice home. It shows well. It's gated and all this stuff, and it's got a pool. I said, well, this has the same thing. I said the prices. First of all, it's brand new, and I said the prices are the same prices what you're going to buy the other house, but it's brand new. Everything is brand new.
Yeah, that's a better
and
idea.
The HOA was
if they don't mind being a
160 at the Gateway place, and the HOA here is 130.
All right, that's
so $30. It's only $30 tit for tat, but
yeah, it's so same. Yeah.
But it's the same thing, pool and everything. But everything is brand new, and all the houses are brand new, and they have a Section 8 a no clause in there, so it can't become rental property. That's all. You can't ban Section 8 because that would be illegal, but you can ban rentals.
Right. Hey, I'm a renter.
But fine. I'm just saying though. But see what it is. You can't just ban one renter from another. Do you know what I mean? So the HOA has to approve the rental if you were going to rent. Right. So that makes things really difficult. And
well, that's true too. They the HOA did have to approve me, and I think they're like, oh, you're white, okay, you're fine. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding at all. Oh, you're white and you drive a Porsche? Please live here.
Yeah, they want to make sure.
I think that's what it was.
And so I would have that conversation, but yeah, the mold was. If you see the picture, it was like there was actually mold growing around the air conditioned vents.
Oh my God!
Now the guy and the husband and wife that lived there I think they were in like their 80s. So what I'm guessing is they bought that house 20 years ago. So they were in their 60s, and
when they retired,
and what happened was I'm going to tell you, it happens quicker than you want to. My wife and I work together cleaning the house and keep taking care of stuff, and even that week, it's getting to it's not there yet, but I can see in the next 5 to 10 years that there will be a cleaning service coming in and helping out, because you're going to miss stuff and everything, and things run. It was so badly worn that the toilet seat was worn out. Isn't that weird?
Oh my God! Yeah,
it was like a picture of it. It's like it was so worn that it wore the surface off it. Like they didn't even change the toilet seat. So I guess nobody came down to check on them.
That's not good.
Usually grandparents, I know when I was a kid and we lived up north, my grandparents lived in Lauderdale Lakes and outside of Fort Lauderdale. And we couldn't, wait to get on a plane and go down to Florida. You always visit your family in Florida if you have family down there. They got a pool and they got the beaches and everything else. And it beats the heck out of living in Hershey, Pennsylvania. But
never been there.
Just throw a name out in the middle. I know that's in the middle of the state somewhere. And I knew you would know because I'm from Philly and you're from Pittsburgh. So
yeah. Hershey's probably right smack dab in the middle. It's like that's 4 hours away for both of us.
But it was like yeah. So it's a shame that she's kind of up, but at least you can get her a brand new home and in the right spot, and it's the homes are less money too. It's like a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,200 square foot home is $350,000. That's not bad.
Okay, so all right, so they're going to walk away from the other place because of the mold and be done.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to lose money? Lose deposit
no,
money?
Because the money that they put in escrow, they can get that back tomorrow.
Yeah, I would think that, so tell him to run away from that house.
Yeah. Well, I let him think it on his own, but I said, if you want my personal opinion, I would have been gone. It's just, they're making it too hard to move in. They're wanting you to take on all their problems, and they want to
I think it's okay to tell him, No, I think it's okay to tell him what you think, especially when it comes to buying a house. I mean, when we were buying our houses, I can't tell you how many times I talked to my dad about stuff. I wanted to, because I didn't know what I'm doing. I needed my dad to help me. I was glad to have him to help me. But
it's
well, I'm sorry that happened.
Okay, I got the.
What are you doing?
No, I'm trying to do two things at once, and it's impossible.
We're doing a show.
I
here.
know.
We're doing a show. Do you?
I think I know.
Did you forget? Now who has Alzheimer's? Still me, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Probably is.
But I know I saw this was caught my attention, and you know I know you're a geek with weather like I am.
Yeah, they're gonna wrap up into each other. So by
Yeah,
the time
what is
this
that?
airs, well, that's there's a movie about this called The Perfect Storm, and apparently millions of people are gonna die. When these two hurricanes combine into one big superstorm and go up the East Coast. So that doesn't affect me at all because I live in the West Coast of Florida and you live in frickin' oil-rich Louisiana. So unless you're our good friend Fast Eddie, who lives in Myrtle Beach, you're fine. And Eddie is right in the path of this storm.
Yeah, isn't that
that's
crazy
coming
though?
too.
It's like it's gonna
It
do like
is.
I was watching the video and this guy was showing the models that literally have them going along parallel, and then they kind of flip sides, like they flip around each other, and they're one ends up where the other one was, back and forth, and then the two different storms, and then they kind of get sucked in together and make a storm. It is wild.
Oh, it's gonna be a party. This is gonna happen probably the. Is it gonna happen sooner? Or is this the one that's the first week of October, second week of October?
This is the new. It's like oh no, it would be I guess the storms are like still like in vests right now. So of course it's way ahead of time.
Because as we record this, we're 3 months from Christmas.
Yes, and it's where this will air the first week of the first Friday of October.
Okay, so the storm has still not happened yet. So we'll see if this holds together.
Yeah.
But that is a very long range outlook. And then you know what? It could happen. And if it does happen, I will be watching the internet and talking to my friend Fast Eddie and seeing if he still feels good about moving to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He seems to like it there. We'll see if that continues.
Yeah, I just don't want. I don't want him to just. We're going to make a trip. I found out not this fall, but next fall. So to Charleston. So I want to make sure Charleston stays okay. And then if they break stuff, they need to repair it before I get there.
Yep, for you, especially all for you. If they break stuff, look.
Did you notice they made it all about me?
I'm coming, and I'm not sure. Don't you know who I am? You need to have all of your seafood restaurants fixed for me. I don't like seafood, but I want to have the option.
You know what I see when I say things like that? I see the my favorite thing in a music video where it was "Day in the Sun" was the video for Peter Frampton, and in the beginning. Or is it either beginning or the end, very end? I'm not sure, but before the music or just right after the music, Frampton's walking down a stairwell, and sitting on a stairway is Tommy Chong, right? And he says, "Hey, man, didn't you used to be Peter Frampton?" And I automatically think of, "Hey, man, didn't you used to be Mark Steele?"
And what does that mean?
Legendary in small markets.
Yeah. Famous from Lake Charles to Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Yes.
With a brief appearance in Macon, Georgia.
Yes.
We won't talk about what happened down in Brunswick, Georgia. That never happened.
That never made the resume. Never happened.
No, that's not on my resume. That's kind of like me with Savannah. I don't like to think about those 3 or 4 long weeks I spent in Savannah.
It's amazing that we were really kind of cool in Georgia, and we had a really good run in Georgia, and yet the East Coast treated us like we were scumbags.
They apparently we are not supposed to be near the ocean together, and that's what our psychic said.
Oh, that's
Jan
right.
Fine, our psychic told us that we would not work together again. She was right.
Did she or did she not
She did.
say that before we had that brush where we almost got the West Palm Beach gig?
That was way before that.
Holy cow! And that would have been holy shit, she did.
Yeah,
she did have some.
We were like,
she was pretty. For as crazy as she was a great either a great guesser or something. It was weird. Yeah.
I think she was the real thing, Mark. I think she was El Diablo.
But it was. I forgot about that. Yeah, because we were like right on, and all of a sudden here comes the sea bass coming right in front of us, and later, boys.
Yeah, he's dead now, I think.
most radio people are dead. Did you notice that? A lot of them die.
Yeah, I did.
And not of old age.
Well, yeah, also, did you ever notice that all the people we used to work with in radio were all alcoholics or druggies? And
yes,
those are pretty much the ones who are dead now. It's the only reason that I think we're both still alive. We're not. I was never an alcoholic or a druggie, so that's probably contributed to, because I eat terribly, and yet I have this ridiculously good blood work, and I'm blessed with exemplary health, other than a touch of arthritis and a shiny new titanium knee.
You know, Macon, Georgia is the only radio station I worked at where someone did not die while I was working there.
It's not true. We had that sales manager's son.
Oh, that's right. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Blew his head off playing Russian roulette with his dumb buddies. So did he win or did he lose?
That's I would think in the long run it's a loss, but for that split second, you pretty feel like you're going out on top.
I mean, the game is over. You were the last. You're the reason the game ended. So to me, that's kind of a winner. It's kind of a winner thing. I mean, that's a hollow victory. Let's be honest. But I think it's still a victory, Mark. I do.
All right, I have to take a quick break. And so does Erica.
Fine.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
All right, one quick question, and it's not a tech question, believe it or not.
Oh, that's good. We don't have to call tech support this week.
No,
thank God.
But I do.
Those people are assholes.
It's an auto tip.
Okay.
I'm seeing these hacks supposedly on Facebook, and I haven't tried it yet. But supposedly, this is I've seen it done twice, two different ways of doing this. That if your key fob dies, right, and you can't start your car without the key fob,
right?
Okay, that there's a place. Sometimes I've seen it inside the glove compartment. I'm sorry.
Usually it's in the center console.
The center console. Oh, okay. So you know what I'm talking about.
And also, you can look this up in your owner's manual, and it will tell you in your owner's manual where yours is located. Yes. Sometimes it's like in a cup holder, or I've seen it where you lift up in that little spot underneath your radio where there's. So you were today years old when you figured this out.
So that's true.
Okay. Yes, that is true.
Why don't you just do it all the time that way then?
Because it's kind of stupid.
Okay.
Because people would bitch and moan like, I gotta open up my damn console where I keep my sunglasses, throw my keys in there to make my car start. That's why. That's exactly why.
I had no idea. I thought that's every time I see anything and I think it's fake, I just save it and then I wait to ask you. Sometimes I send it to you through Facebook Messenger, and then other times I save it for the show. I should just go back to sending it through Facebook Messenger.
You can count on me to berate you every time you do that.
Yeah, but the one on Facebook Messenger is not as open as this one is.
No, it's not. It's not as fun for me either. Maybe I come off as kind of a dick on Facebook Messenger, whereas here it's just funny.
All right, I think we're
let's be done. Can we please be done?
Yes,
I need to go lay down,
to
man.
Son.
I'm done. Yeah, you go deal with house things, and I'm gonna probably go lay on the couch for a little bit because I've had it. Apparently, my body is not as strong as my will, and I have decided to listen to my body. When it wants me to lay down, I lay down.
Yeah, you ought to.
That's
true.
I used to just power through this stuff, and I'm just not doing that anymore.
Yeah, that's the younger version, which is probably not even smart to do it then either. But you're right.
No,
you gotta. When you feel you're tired, you gotta just take it easy.
Yep. Well, I look forward to next week because we'll know for sure what's going on with Umberto and Imelda, and see if these two hurricanes. So if you look at the infrared of these two hurricanes on the internet, because I have this hurricane app from the National Hurricane Center, it gives me the infrared, and you know what it looks like? It looks like two giant titties, as we would say on WOVV in West Palm Beach, right next to each other,
or tatas.
We can say either one here, Mark. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's okay.
BC used to say breastises.
Breastises. How old is he?
12. Man. He was 12, and I loved that. I loved that. In fact, he was just a year younger than I was. I was 13 at that time, and he was 12.
Does he still live in San Diego, or is he back in Tampa?
No, he's retired in Panama City. Yep.
Panama City. That's right. I would love to hang out with him sometime. I really would.
He is a great person, but he's a smart aleck, and he's a lot of fun. But he's really a great person.
Let me ask. Why is he friends with you?
Don't know. Well, let's put it to you this way: we haven't seen each other since I was. We haven't seen each other since Macon.
About 1994.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
He ran, unlike where you should have ran at the same time. But
I know. I have some regrets.
Now you can't shake me.
No, I've tried, and here we are concluding the mandatory phone call of friendship.
Love you, Erica.
Back at you, Mark. I'm going to go lay down, take a nap. And you hang in there, okay? And please, Mark, don't start swearing between now and next week.
Okay.
I'm gonna go fake listen to more of our episodes now.
There you go.
And try and pump those numbers up. And
yes,
because we got these are rookie numbers. We got to pump these up.
And that goes for you two listeners too. Download.
That's right. Go back and just listen.
Them.
You don't have to listen. Just play them. You don't have to listen. That's all we ask for. All right, man. You have a good week. I'll talk to you.
All right. Bye.
Later.
Erica and Mark, the phone call.